Hello everyone, this is Odalyn and I'm interviewing her on a healthcare survey that I'm doing. Odalyn, how do you feel on the availability in the healthcare systems around in Miami?
I feel like they're available. There's a lot of availability in the healthcare system, but I feel like they're too spazzed out where, like, one facility might be too far and that you might have to drive in if you don't have a car, or if you're not able to get around, then it's not easy for you to get there. But I feel like there's availability.
Okay, thank you. Hello, today I'm here with Mr. Reed Morgan and I have a question as far as should healthcare be a right or a privilege?
I think healthcare should be a right because everybody should be able to get healthcare. I don't think that one group is more privileged and they deserve healthcare over another group. I think healthcare should be a right that everybody should receive.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Reed.
Thank you.
When I'm here with Mr. Harriet, and my question today is why do you think drugs are so expensive in the U.S.?
The reason why drugs are so expensive in the U.S., I believe, and it goes back to business, supply and demand. If there is an increase on demand and the supply is there, people are going to naturally want these drugs. Now, the other thing is the U.S. is a very, don't want to say opiate, or it's a drug-dependent company. Drug-dependent society. We have people that are suffering from all different kind of ailments. Instead of doing, holistic health or something else, they can, they have insurance or they have means to get pain medication or things like that. So it's readily available, so they don't have to deal with the pain. They don't have to mask the pain. Well, not mask the pain. They don't have to deal with the pain. They don't have to work through the pain. They can just go to a drugstore, get a prescription from a doctor, and just get the drugs right away. So I believe there is a huge supply in the U.S. for pharmaceutical drugs because of our society, because we're not a holistic. We are very dependent on other substances to make us either feel good or to take away pain. So the pharmaceutical companies are they're making a lot of money, and they have a lot of influence. They influence legislation, they influence laws. So they have their hands in pretty much everything, and they're controlling a lot of things. They're controlling legislation, and they're controlling the industry as you see it.
Okay, Mr. Harriet, I do thank you for your time.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Okay. I am here with Miss Charlene Seymour, and my question to her today is, why do you think people leave the country to get surgical procedures done than to have the procedure done here?
I really think, in most cases, the reason that people leave the country to have those procedures done is because of the cost here. It's very expensive to have those same procedures done here. People can go to other, like the Dominican Republic, and get it done for probably half the cost, so that's why.
Okay, yes, and thank you so much for your time, Ms. Seymour. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Esther, and I'm here to give my personal opinions on the interviewers who I had interviewed previously. I believe that all the interviewers who I interviewed pretty much gave the same answers and responses that I would give if someone was interviewing me as well. As far as like why do people leave the country to get any surgical procedures done, and that most of the countries outside of the U.S. have a better monetary type of way to cure and to do the surgical procedures at a lower price and more efficient and more effective and at a lesser time. the drugs in the U.S., why are they so expensive? It has a lot to do with the government, and it's really what they choose. We don't have control over much of it. However, we do have sources that can help us out, that, you know, to find drugs at a cheaper price or a discounted price, or even get it from somewhere else. It really does kind of, you know, suck that the U.S. charges us so much for drugs, and we are the number one, you know, state or country that spends so much money on drugs and hospitality and all of that. My other question was, as far as if anyone had lower costs on insurance or any of that, and no, I've never had to pay out of pocket for insurance. I've never had to feel an increase or decrease in insurance, because I recently now got insurance, but it's state insured. I'm state insured, so I really don't have any problems with that. And that was it.
Very good. Let me ask you a question. You said that somebody was leaving the United States to go to get a procedure done in another country?
Yes, there's many people that do that. As far as like, I would give an instance for my mom. She's actually going to do that now. She wants to go to her country, Nicaragua, to go get her varicose veins, like pretty much removed and stuff. You know, so she's leaving the state to get it done, because here they're charging her over $35,000 per leg.
And what does it cost over there?
Like $1,500.
Wow.
Per leg. So she's pretty much paying $3,000, and that's with, you know, like with medication and everything already. So
Why do you think medicine is so expensive in the United States compared to other countries?
well, yeah, it has a lot to do with brands, and people know a lot about you know, the charges, and you know, no one really pays attention as to why drugs are so expensive, and they just sit there and pay for it, as opposed to those countries where people are less fortunate, and they can't put a high price on medicine if they know that the people are not going to be able to afford it. And maybe they have different types of drugs where they're conducting themselves, as far as, you know, for better remedies and natural resources where they can, you know, how can I say it? They pretty much duplicate the same thing, but with different types of, you know, chemicals or supplements or anything that doesn't have to be exactly the same thing that has to be here, but it's something cheaper and better for us and whoever doesn't live in the U.S.
Very good. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.